hazard that this can happen, but how difficult is it getting the call and making this transition?
Yeah, it's always unique when it happens, especially in the middle of the year. Just, kind of uprooting, moving across the country, especially twice in the last 4 months. But, sometimes it's just part of your journey. And so I'm excited to be here, excited to get to know everyone, get the offense under my belt as quickly as possible, and help out this team win however I can.
What do you like about what you see here?
Man, the complex is awesome. This whole setup. I haven't seen much outside of Viking Lakes out here thus far. I probably won't see much outside of Viking Lakes for the foreseeable future. But I've enjoyed it, man. I've been welcomed with open arms from teammates, coaches, personnel, lunch staff, whoever's here. It's been awesome. It's been great to meet new people, be around a great environment, be around a great culture, and so I'm enjoying it and just taking it a day at a time so far.
Were you surprised to get the call?
Was I surprised he could call? Yeah, it caught me off guard, honestly. After the game, it was first announced I was starting, for the Cardinals in Cleveland this upcoming week. And the next, 36 hours were a little crazy after that. So I was surprised, but, at this point of my career, my journey, man, you're not too surprised about anything happening, right? Anything can go on any given day, especially when you're coming down the trade deadline. So I just proceeded with an open mind, got the call. Was excited to get the call from the Vikings and was excited to make my way up north from the desert and get to work.
You've had to learn a lot of different playbooks, a lot of different offensive schemes in your career.
Yeah.
How quickly, what are the tricks for you to adapting, and what's your confidence here?
Yeah, I have a lot of confidence in it. Obviously, I've been put in some drastic situations over the last 12 months. So my confidence is high. I've done it. Done it at a high level. So I'll do it again. I'm excited to jump into the playbook, jump into the QB room, and just help out however I can.
How much of a challenge is that situation where when Kirk goes down, you got Jaron who's a rookie, Nick's hurt, you're coming in new. It's kind of feels like it's going to be sort of a week-to-week decision to see who might get the nod. How much is that a challenge where they're going to want to help you learn the playbook and things, but you guys in some respect may be competing for snaps here down the road pretty soon?
I think that's the nature of the quarterback position, really, in every single room across the National Football League. So it's really not challenging at all, The goal always is whoever's starting, right, it's their show, and you help them. So this week is helping Jaron get as prepared as possible as Sunday. Obviously, I'm learning the playbook and the lingo quickly, but I do have a lot of experience. So whatever experience and insight I can give to how to go out and operate on Sunday and play at a high level, man, I'm going to give it. And so that's how it works. Whoever's in that starting role, everyone else in the room is rallying behind that guy for them to go out and succeed and play at the highest level as possible. And so we want Jaron to play well because that helps the team play well. And at the end of the day, we're all about winning on Sunday. So I'm going to embrace whatever role I'm given that QB room, man, and try to help out however I can, try to contribute however I can, whatever capacity that is, and be ready to go on Sunday.
Josh, having learned so many different offenses in a short span, what is your exact study process of how you go about it?
Yeah, it's there's a lot of pieces to that. You're half learning, right, just the general offense and everything that's been installed since OTAs. So obviously that's a lot of information. But you're also learning the necessary information to be able to go on Sunday and play quickly and at a high level and not be paralyzed by play calls or trying to think about the call where you can actually play football and taking the defense and go out and actually play ball. So it's a little balancing act between the two. Obviously game plans, as we all know, right, they change week to week based on the defense you're given, you're playing, the personnel and everything. So you take that in, you take in the game plan, master that, and then master whatever auxiliary information you have to master that could come up throughout the game based on a situational basis. And then from there, if you're out there, you just go play football and let everything else kind of fall where it does.
What do you think you learned most about yourself through 8 weeks starting this season, kind of in that role every single week?
Yeah, it was great. First time in my career being in that role for an extended period of time and being able to put up the numbers I did and have the production I had, man. Just knowing how well I can play in this league, given that opportunity. And so yeah, it was good. I enjoyed that experience, that opportunity in Arizona. I'm thankful for, and it'll definitely help me in whatever the opportunity and capacity my role is here.
TJ Hawkinson said yesterday you'd thrown him a little bit before in Nashville. What was your impression, or what do you remember about those sessions?
Yeah, we threw a couple times. It was hot. It was definitely hot in Nashville in July, but it was cool. Obviously they have a tremendous tight end circuit down there with him, Kittle, and other guys across the league who have made their home in Nashville. Me being a Tennessee Vol. I like to frequent Nashville in the off season, so it's been good to get in work with those guys, especially the best tight ends in the league. And so obviously now coming here, we have a couple banked reps. I wouldn't say, we've been out there just grinding together because obviously we were on the same team till this point. But it is good to have some familiarity with him and any guys on the team that I've met in passing throughout my time. I know we have a couple Tennessee Vols up here with Ty Chandler and Theo, so seeing some familiar faces is always good. And so, yeah, I'll rely on those guys like Ty and TJ who have been in this offense longer than me, just to pick their brains. I know they're preparing to play, but anyway, I can pick their brains, get whatever insight I can to help make the transition as seamless as possible will only be helpful.
Well, also you get targets. So Justin Jefferson's going to come back. You have Jordan Addison. When you look at the talent that's on this offense, it's got to make a guy like you be like, this is exciting too.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of talent. I feel like whenever it was funny, whenever I was playing an opponent like in Arizona, I always turn on like some Vikings tape just to watch. I knew like obviously the skill and having Kurt here in the offense that's been run, just get ideas, see how a really good offense is going up against really good defenses. So it's really cool now, obviously, to be on the other side of it, where you're in the meeting rooms, you're seeing the preparation, you're seeing how guys are moving around, getting in those roles to excel, and then obviously being around those playmakers. It only helps any quarterback out there play at a higher level. So it's great to be here. It's great to help. It's great to be a part of this QB room, and I'm excited to get to work.
When did you start picking out Vikings games to watch?
So we played the Giants week 2. And so last year, Vikings just played the Giants in the regular season and in the playoffs. So those are 2 really good games to watch. Just with playing against Wink Martindale, he'd throw whatever at you on any given play. So it was good to see kind of what the Vikings were doing. And then Dallas, there's been some big Viking games versus Dallas. We played Dallas week 3. So a lot of like NFC opponents, playing the AFC, you only play 4 NFC teams each year. I've been in AFC my entire career, so some of the defenses and defensive coordinators were new because I hadn't seen them. So being able to see a really good offense go against those guys is very good. Like just giving different perspectives of how to attack those defenses.
Josh, what did you know or what had you heard about Kevin O'Connell and just his offensive mind, his kind of how he sees the game and works with quarterbacks?
Yeah, so I've been around similar systems of obviously like Kevin, Cleveland, and then Drew coming from Cleveland out to Arizona. So I've been in like similar schemes, but obviously, when you have a guy that played quarterback in the NFL, now he's coaching and calling it, right? That's a whole different perspective. So I've heard, he's a whiz, man. He moves guys around. Obviously, you see the production from afar. And just in my short time here, I don't know how long I've been, like 48 hours maybe. Just in my short time here, you kind of see it up close, just with the details and nuance that go into the offense. So as fast as I can master that, man, pick his brain whenever I can, be able to get in the mind of the play caller is only going to help me help Jaron this Sunday. And then, if, my role is to go out there and play, is only going to help me play at a higher level.
Does the educational background help with studying for something like this? We've heard a little about your education.
Yeah, just a little. I know. Feels like it follows me everywhere. It's not a bad thing. Yeah. I would say, obviously, we're not out there doing engineering equations on the field, but the study habits, definitely, for sure. Like I've had to cram for a lot of engineering tests because I procrastinated a little bit in college. So this is very similar to that, where you're cramming a lot of information. Having to study it, but also, and not just study it just to memorize it, study it to actually go out and execute a plan. There's 2 different things. Like, I can tell you something, you can just spit it back to me, or like I can tell you and then you actually have to go act on that information that's been given. So those are 2 different ways of processing information. Obviously, I have to do the second one at a really high level. So yeah, having to process a lot of information because of my trade in school definitely prepared me for situations like this. I wouldn't say, any quarterback is always, preparing to learn an offense in a week to go out and play. But, I have been in these situations and have had to process a ton of information on a short amount of time. So it does prepare you for these situations.
Josh, what's this been like? What's this been like personally for you? Do you have to hire someone to get you housing?
Yeah, it's a process, man. The crazy thing is, moving to Arizona was a process. Like, you move from Cleveland to Arizona randomly. So I wouldn't say, I knew where to live in Arizona. You're getting ready to start week 1. So my mind wasn't really spent on, okay, let me find a place to live. So like 2 weeks ago, I actually just moved into a house in Arizona. I think like a week ago. So I moved into the house, but I just had the same suitcase. I was just lugging around for the first 6.5 weeks of the season, and then my stuff got out there last week. So I had 1 week like at home, like with all my stuff, like my couch, my bed. Had the fam like come out because we had a home game last week, so they got to enjoy it and everything, and then got to pick up and move across the country again. So it's a part of the process. It'll be a tremendous story to tell. You know, everyone's journey. You know, across this locker room, man. Like your guys' too, and your shoes. They all look different. You know how we've gotten to where we are today, and so mine might have a little more miles on it than other players across the league, but it's all part of the beautiful journey. You know, I get to wake up, play in the NFL, play the sport I love, been playing since I was 5 years old for a living. So I'm thankful for another opportunity to do that. I'm thankful to meet some more tremendous teammates and coaches and learn some more football. And it's my job to go out there and play. I'm thankful for another opportunity to play the game I love. So it's an honor to be here. Appreciate y'all.